Welcome back, Raider Nation and my champions. This video will be the first in a series where we're going to take a look at an individual free agent that has either been linked or rumored to be going to the Raiders here in the upcoming free agent season starting next month. So what can Richard Sherman bring to the table for the Raiders? First and foremost, I put up here his leadership, and I put it in all caps for a reason, because that's the kind of guy he is. John Gruden keeps saying he's looking for an alpha presence on defense. Well, this is the guy right here. He's very loud, vocal, uh, but don't let that fool you. This guy is very cerebral. He can pick the plays out. He plays, I would say he plays better than his physical talents allow him to. He's not necessarily the quickest guy, but he is very well versed and schooled. He's very prepared, and he's a winner. And I think between those two, this is something that we could use desperately with this young secondary. Another thing is, he was drafted by Gus Bradley in the 5th round in 2011 to Seattle, so he's very intimately familiar with that system of his. And in an interview, he actually said, that would be, quote, a huge difference for him as far as free agent team options. So, and he said in that same interview, he's looking to play 2 more years, and he wants to, quote, help a defense come together. It pretty much, to me, sounds like a Raiders type of scenario for him. As far as John Gruden, I put that as he's a John Gruden approved type player. I'll talk a little bit later about the interview and the possible tampering, but obviously I think John Gruden would be very giddy to have a guy like this on his team. Some of the knocks here, his age, he's 32, but he'll be 33 in March. Of course, the injuries are catching up to him, a player at this age. He wasn't the quickest corner to begin with. Like I said, more cerebral, can read the quarterback, know what he's doing, know what the corners are doing. And he's had some injuries the last few years. He had that big Achilles injury in 2018. He bounced back, had a huge year in 2019, had 5 interceptions in the season, including 2 in the playoffs, and 1 for a pick 6 in opening week against Jameis Winston and the Bucks. But last year he took a little bit of a step back. He had some calf injury problems, was put on the temporary IR, only played 5 games. So that is a concern here. And like I said, I think we can get him for a short-term deal. I think he said he wants to play 2 more years and then move on. And I think that would fit with the Raiders and what they would want out of him. As far as likelihood of this happening, I put a good with an asterisk, and obviously the asterisk has to do with John Gruden and the possible tampering implications here. I did watch the podcast, and to me it doesn't look very good as far as the tampering implication itself. I think they could make a very good case with it. Again, I've said this before in previous videos where I've done game reviews. It just seems that John is kind of in his own world, to be honest with you, and I could do a whole video on that and the video itself and the podcast video itself, but I'll move on. I think I looked up the tampering rules, and I didn't see anything necessarily where they could void this deal if they do sign him, but I would say it's pretty likely if they do, there's going to be fines and forfeitures of draft picks. And a good example I could cite to was the Chiefs with Jeremy Maclin a few years back. They were fined. They were found to be tampering with him, and they were fined $250,000 for the team. Andy Reid and the GM were both fined as well, and they lost a 3rd and a 6th. So if the Raiders deem it okay to face a similar punishment, they go ahead and sign it, but I think there would be some kind of punishment coming for this. I would say if we do sign him, given his age and, obviously injuries, declining skills, I think he would be better suited at that free high safety position rather than a traditional corner or nickel position. And that's why I put this up here as far as the offseason plan I put in a previous video. I think we could get Marcus May for 10 or 12 million, which would probably fall in line with the salary Sherman's going to demand. Uh, PFF said that he's going to be looking for 14. I don't think so. He made 10 last year, plus 3 million in incentives, so it was about 13. So I'm going to think about 10 to 12 million there. Like I said, it's pretty close either way. If I had my way, I'd rather have Marcus May, obviously for the youth. But Sherman does bring experience. I would not knock this move by the Raiders, but keep in mind if this does happen, we're probably going to be a little lighter in the wallet and obviously lose some more draft picks. So what are your thoughts on Richard Sherman? Should we sign him? Should we pass? I'm looking forward to hearing your comments below. If you did enjoy this video, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching and supporting the channel, and as always, go Raiders.